All right, my lovers of football. I just hope Manchester City have not bottled the league, or I hope they are not on the verge of bottling the league. Because I don't want to believe it is only Arsenal that can bottle the league. We were 9 points clear of Manchester City, and they caught up that we are not level on point. Everybody say Arsenal bottled the league, that if City can close up a 9 point gap, that they obviously should be winning the league. I still agree to that. I, as an Arsenal fan, agree. City are too fantastic to be able to close a 9 point and not go ahead to win the league. But after seeing this encounter with Everton, after the 3-3 draw at the stadium of Everton, I want to ask, if this match was being managed, the Manchester City side, if it was being managed by Arteta, what would people be saying now? Pep Guardiola is experienced enough at any league and at any competition. But you see, one thing I want people to know, in the game of football, you can only win the game you can win. The game you are not meant to win, you will never win. There is no way Pep Guardiola and Manchester City would have wanted to drop a point against Everton, knowing what is at stake. But it was not within their muscles, it was not within their powers, because Everton also play to win. As an Arsenal fan, I went into this game expecting Everton not to be battered. I expect a Manchester City to win. But I was hoping that Everton can at least pull a draw. Okay, if you cannot pull a draw, don't get battered. Lose with at least a lone goal. Because I have this belief that the battle line, the decision of this season could go down to goals differences. So if Everton was able to prevent being battered with multiple goals, that would have been good enough for Arsenal. So I went into the match observing it with the hope that Everton should maintain a narrow defeat. But when Everton took the lead, or when they came from behind to equalize and eventually took the lead, my hopes went very high. Looking at the statistics, looking at what Man City was playing, all through it was 25% against Everton, as in 75% for Manchester City against Everton's 25%. All the statistics favor Manchester City. I was like, Everton cannot win this game. But I was still like, if you cannot win, please don't lose. If you cannot win, please don't lose. At this point, I'm glad to say that Everton eventually, or just may have done it for one of their own. The spirit of Mikel Arteta was in that Everton team. I can assure you that. But I should have been celebrating this more. But I won't. You know why? My Arsenal can be very funny. What if after Manchester City drew Everton now, Arsenal will go to their next game, maybe against Burnley or against West Ham, and lose? That is always my fear. That is my fear now. Because Manchester City has handed the advantage back to Arsenal. Can Arsenal finish up? It's just 3 more games. 3. Win these 3 games, we are champions of England. In these 3 games, there's no Manchester City, there's no Liverpool, there is no Man United, there is no Chelsea. None of the so-called big team. But when Arsenal want to mess up on a day, they will concede multiple goals to West Ham or Burnley. And we'll just be where we were before. But I hope this will not be the case. I hope Mikel Arteta and his boys will be energized by this result to make sure that their next game, they don't only have to win, but batter your opponents. So if Arsenal goes ahead to win this league, I reserve so much to them. So my fellow Gunners, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope Arsenal capitalize on this advantage. You get the point now? That is just it.